Hello. Welcome to Honeydew podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Cass, and this is our podcast where we talk about sex, relationships, mental health, all of the things that just tend to feel a little bit embarrassing, a little bit shamey. All of the things that we are told should just come naturally. You should just be born good at fucking.
You know how you're told that all the time?
You know how they tell you that?
Constantly.
No, but they do.
They do.
It's just an undercurrent of telling you that. It's not blatant in your face, but you are expected to be good at sex, good at relationships, even though we are given so little education on how to be quote unquote good at those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we're also given shitty definitions of what it means to be good at those things. Like if you're good at a relationship, you're fulfilling like this specific role, or you're a martyr, or
you're a white picket man.
You're a white picket man, as we like to say. And if you're good at sex, you, I don't know, make sure the penis comes.
Yeah.
Make sure the penis comes.
Make sure the penis comes. And that's society for you. But we're here to try to break through some of those messages that have been told to you. I want to start with something that was actually, you said work through embarrassment. I want to share something that was silly and embarrassing to me yesterday.
Okay, amazing.
It's really quick. I was just trying to plan a bath for myself last night, or 2 nights ago. And I was going to like bring out my water slide toy, and I had wine, and I had all my candles going. And
water slide toy makes it sound like a slip and slide.
I wish.
Style water slide.
It's
a sex toy.
It's a sex toy. And it's really fun, and I don't really use it that often. But I was like, all right, tonight's the night. And so I like got the bath going, and then I took my pants off because the pants are the first thing that bother me. So my pants were off, shirt was on. And then I was like, all right.
That's the most vulnerable position to be in.
Horrible. And then I couldn't find my water slide. So I'm sitting on my bathroom floor, no pants, bath going, trying to find my water slide. I get frustrated. Then I get distracted, and I'm like, all right, guess that's done. Guess I'll go over here, and maybe I'll put one of my massage oils on first. So I take off my shirt. And I'm like, okay, great. I'll do this first. Bath still going. Can't find my massage oil. So now I'm just getting more and more naked, but also more and more frustrated because I can't find any of the things I'm looking for. And then I just say, fuck it. And I get in the bath and I watch TV while I drink wine. And so I have no masturbation, and I have no oils, and I'm just a little cranky. But I did try.
Cranky.
I did try. It was just so funny to me because I just lost more and more clothes while I was looking for things around my house, and it was great.
You know what I love about that story that's so relatable?
Huh.
Your unwillingness to use your hands to substitute, like to just masturbate with your hands.
Yeah.
Because like, same. If I had a toy in mind, I'm sorry. These little skin forks are not going to do the trick.
No, but I was like, the thing about me, I even said this out loud. I was like, the thing about me is I will go to the ends of the earth to find the thing I was looking for.
Yes.
No, I have not used it in 6 months. Right now is so important to me that I use it. I might as well call off the whole thing if I can't.
It is life or death.
Yeah.
So, I'm bringing that toy or a toaster. Was that too dark?
No. That toy or a toaster. One way, I'm done. I will be finishing tonight.
I will be finishing tonight. Life or an orgasm. I don't know.
I don't know. But I will be done. Fuck, that was funny. My God. Anyway, so now that you're all caught up on Cass and I, let's catch you up on some sexual education, shall we?
Shall we? Yeah, we aren't really taught how to dirty talk.
Speaking
when
of
they're
things,
bringing us up in the public school system. Now
not.
Are we?
No. It's not a part of our GED. God, GD. It's not.
It's not. God damn.
God damn. But thank God we're here for you.
Thank God. I love dirty talk, and I realized I love dirty talk in my first relationship. But I will say, as much as I love it, it makes me quite nervous.
Yeah.
So it's something that I've actually been trying to work on recently. So Emma actually proposed this episode to me, and it was like very in alignment with my life. And I guess we're just psychologically or psychically and psychologically linked. And so it was just perfect. I don't know. I've been really working on building up my confidence, trying to find new things to say, and it's actually been going really well, even if I have messed up and said some stupid things along the way.
Right.
But why do you want to do this episode?
I mean, there's always so many hurdles for me to trying dirty talk, and It's always something I wish I was quote unquote good at, or I knew I incorporated to pleasure like confidently. But it's so hard. Like, here are the main hurdles, I think, why we don't try dirty talk enough. And it's because we don't necessarily know what we want and then how to say it.
Literally.
I never know how I want to come off when I'm dirty talking, like what persona I want to have and how I want to like say this thing to a person. Like, who am I trying to be right now? And then also, like, where the fuck do I go with it? After I say the one thing that I said, the one thing I was practicing, the one thing Dr. Tara told me to say, which would be so fucking out of left field for me, but like I'd say it.
So dirty. So dirty. But I've practiced it 1,000 times.
Yep.
So I'm ready.
So I'm ready. And then lastly, it's like you don't know how your partner's going to take it. Are they going to fucking cringe so hard, or is it going to add to the spice of the intimacy? And I think those are like your main hurdles for actually getting into dirty talk. So we want to give you a foolproof game plan that attacks all of those and hopefully packs you with the confidence to put it into your intimacy if that's something you want.
Okay, well, let's get into knowing what you want and figuring out how the fuck to say it. We have heard from many an expert that the first step is practicing in a non-sexual setting. So get comfortable asking for something you want and use like very clear, confident language, tone, all of that shit. And then you can slowly build up to more intimate asks. So do you want to give us a few examples of what that might sound like?
You know what's so funny and so revealing about just where I'm at and also who I am? When I was thinking of examples for non-sexual things you could ask a partner, the only one I came up with was, could you please get me some water? And then I tagged Cass and I said, I don't know what else you ask a partner.
Help.
What else are you supposed to ask them?
What else? Why are they fucking here?
Why are they? I can do everything else on my own. But that just reminded me of how long I've been single and how many, walls I have up between letting people in. Anyway, more examples for asking things of your partner that are non-sexual. Can you rub my back? And then giving direction when you're receiving that, like go harder, go left, go right,
and
go
that's
down.
going to directly transfer into the bedroom as well.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Because you can just replace back with whatever body part you
clitoris.
want rubbed.
Taint.
Yeah, clitoris. We all know what it was going to be. Yeah. Rub my asshole, please.
Could you rub my asshole?
Could
It's
you?
Still a question.
Go harder.
Yeah. Go
Please.
in. Go harder.
My God. Yeah, but then just asking something like, do you want to make out for a little? Like it's definitely more intimate. I wouldn't necessarily categorize that as sexual. I don't know. I don't know. That's a deeper philosophical question. But I think it just helps you practice so it doesn't feel so weird coming out of your mouth when you're naked, your bits are out, and you're like, can you suck my, I don't know.
Suck my fill in the blank, motherfucker.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
And then
God, the hardest part of this job is dirty talking at my best friend to the public.
Yeah. No, I know. It's even, I can't even write it down half the time.
Yeah.
It's intimate.
It's intimate.
And I think the next step with figuring out what you want to say is figuring out what you actually would like to have done to you. And so this gets into the sexual, but we always suggest you start that alone. So by this point in our collective journey, most of us might have a masturbation practice. If you don't, here are some things to start with. Like, how do you like to be touched? What do you fantasize about? Do you have toys you like to incorporate? What kind of sensation do you like to bring to your body? Like, all of these things you can discover on your own. And that helps us and gives us the knowledge of things we would want a partner to add into our intimacy, or things we can ask for in the moment because we know we already like them, because we've done the exploring already.
You cannot ask for something you do not know. You know what I mean?
You can, and you're going to hate it. I promise
You're gonna
you.
hate it. Yeah. It's not the goal. I've asked for many things I did not actually want because I thought it was what I was supposed to ask for, both in the bedroom and out. And I never climaxed from any of it.
Well, that's exactly the thing, right? We start asking in dirty talk and in the bedroom for things that we see in porn or we think we're supposed to ask for. And then it gets done to us and we're like, I fucking hated that. Or now I'm not in the mood, or now I'm not turned on, or now I feel insecure about this and that. And it's like, okay, then let's stop doing things that don't feel good for us, that we don't know we already like. And then once we feel comfortable, we can explore more with like, I don't know, confidence. But we should first start with what we know our body likes because we need to relax. We need to fucking relax.
You need to fucking relax, and you're never going to crave or want something that you don't like.
Yeah.
So obviously there are so many factors when it comes to sex drive, libido, all of that. But I think a really important factor that we aren't addressing enough is like, do you even like the sex that you're having? Because
Right.
if you don't, why the fuck would your body want it?
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. There is literally zero reason if you hated what you did because it was in porn, but you thought you should like it, that your body's going to be like, really craving that again.
Yeah.
Really. It's like craving a shitty meal. You don't.
Yes.
You just don't.
I feel like we've talked about that in a kind of recent episode, but I forget which. But it's such a good point. It's like you're never going to want the thing that you didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wonder why you're sitting there. You're like, I never want a dirty talk. It's like, because you don't get what you like out of it. Because you hate it, actually. Yeah.
Actually, it makes you uncomfortable.
Makes you uncomfortable.
And sad.
And really sad. If you need some kind of guidelines for figuring out your body, your pleasure, a masturbation practice, some episodes to refer you to would be episode 172 with Azaria or 129 with Luna. Both are about discovering a masturbation practice and just having mind-blowing solo sex. So I would start there if you're still looking to craft a masturbation practice and figure out what feels good in your body.
Also, our solo on creating a masturbation practice. Don't know what number that is. Find it.
Find it.
Find it. Find it. That's our game. So you can also engage in some dirty talk outside the bedroom to kind of like get warmed up or practice. And it's just a little less vulnerable because your puss isn't hanging out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything's a little more vulnerable when the legs are flapping in the wind.
When my legs.
We know this to be true. Sexting is a great option because it gives you time to plan it out. We have recommended different ways to practice sexting as well. Is it Sexbot? That's what it's called, right?
Yep.
So look that up. I don't know if you're going to get a bunch of options, but Sexbot's really cool. It's like a little robot that you can practice sexting with, and they give you really good ideas. But I like sexting because you don't have to think of something right away. And it just feels like so much less pressure. I also think another like underrated time to practice dirty talk is when you're describing what you like or dislike or what you want to try when you're just chatting with your partner. So like, I really liked it when you used your fingers when you were going down on me, or it was so hot when you grabbed my ass. I'm making sure to make direct eye contact with Emma as I'm saying this. I think I'd really like it if you were a little more aggressive. Like those are all ways to kind of use those dirtier words, but in a less, like, I don't want to say cringy, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like in a less cringy way.
Yeah.
I used to be terrified of saying anything dirty when I wasn't naked. It like in other ways it does feel slightly more vulnerable, but it has helped me significantly to get that practice and just like, I don't know. I think it's also taken away some of the shame of it for me, is just like kind of saying more things throughout the day to my partner instead of it just being when the lights are off and we're naked and under the covers, you know?
Yes, that sounds like a horror movie, a horror film.
Just a horror film.
Just a horror film, horror skank fest. Also, when you're saying things outside of a sexual context, like this kind of wraps back into not knowing what you want to say, or not knowing what you want or how to say it. It is so much easier to recall things when you're not under the pressure of being naked or being in a sexual context. And so I think it is a lot easier to know what you want to say when like a random thought hits you. Like think about your daydream thoughts. And usually for me, those are sexy. And so it's like if I had a partner, it would be fun to randomly say like, I really loved it when you did that. And now that's like a banked dirty talking sentence that you can use. And it's hot. Like I know we're talking about like out of context can feel kind of vulnerable and a little like I don't know if you're going to like that I'm
Yeah.
saying something dirty to you right now, but I think it's really hot. If you're just like randomly hearing that your partner is thinking about like sex with you, like that's
So true.
that's hot.
That's all day foreplay.